Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. To acquire knowledge, one must study, but to acquire wisdom, one must observe. A very good evening to the esteemed guests and faculties present here. The Department of Accounting and Finance at SRM Institute of Science and Technology, Ramapuram, is pleased to present a comprehensive national 3-week research methodology course. This course is meticulously designed to provide participants with essential knowledge and skills in research techniques, empowering them to conduct high quality academic and industry oriented research. The program targets the academians, research scholars, professionals, and students who aspire to enhance their research capabilities in the field of finance, accounting, and allied disciplines. Let's commence the session with Tamalthai Walter. I request everyone present here to switch off their cameras and microphones. Thank you.
நீராறும் கடலுடுத்த நிலமழந்தை கெழிலொழுகும் சீராறும் மதனமென திகழ்வன கண்டனிதில் இக்கணமும் அதில் சிறந்த திராவிடனன் திருநாடும் தக்க சிறு நிலை முதலும் தரித்தனரும் திலகமுமே அத்திலக வாசனை போல் அனைத்துலகும் இன்பமுற எத்திசையும் புகழ் மணக்க இருந்த பெரும் தமிழனக்கே தமிழனங்கே உன் சீரிழமை திறந்து என்று செயல் மறந்து வாழ்த்துதுமே வாழ்த்துதுமே வாழ்த்துதுமே.
Ma'am, now I request Nafilia from Accounting and Finance to present the welcome address. Ms. Nafilia.
In absence this year, I would extend my welcome and gratitude to our HOD, Dr. Chitra Srinivasan ma'am, VP Academics sir, VP Admin sir, and Dean sir for their continual support and encouragement to organize this 3-week national level research methodology course.
Naphilia.
Okay, I think there is some net issue for the Nafila.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let me. Sir, I welcome our today's resource person, Dr. Gautam Ramkumar, sir. And I also welcome our program coordinator, ma'am. In absentia, our HOD, ma'am, Chitra Srinivasan, and our VP admin, sir, VP Research Academics, and our Dean, sir, C. Sundar, sir. Let me read the short profile of our today's resource person, Dr. Gautam. He is a distinguished academician and a researcher with a specialization in taxation and widely known for his expertise in research methodology. Dr. Gautam sir has academic pursuits are complemented by a remarkable professional career as an assistant professor, where he has consistently demonstrated his passion for teaching, research, and contributing to the intellectual growth of his students and peers. His expertise spans various domains, including GST, digital transformation in higher education, and sustainable financial management. His research focused on intricacies of consumer behavior, tax policies, providing valuable insights to academia and policy makers alike. In addition to his scholarly achievements, Dr. Gautam sir is an active participant in academic conferences and workshops where he has served as both a keynote speaker and an organizer. Dr. Gautam sir's dedication to research extends beyond his own work. He has been a resource person and trainer for several faculty development programs, workshops, national seminars, where he has shared his expertise in research methodologies, data analysis, and ethical practices in research. His role in these programs demonstrates his commitment to enhancing the research capabilities of both students and faculty members across various institutions. In summary, Dr. Gautam's journey for his early academic endeavors at Madras Christian College to becoming an esteemed PhD holder from SRM Institute of Science and Technology is a marked by a profound commitment to academic excellence, research innovation, and community development. His multifaceted contributions, from publishing extensively in this field to mentoring future scholars, highlight his status as academic and influential figure in academia. Dr. Gautam sir continues to inspire and lead by example, embodying the qualities of a dedicated educator, researcher, and an academic leader. Thank you once again, sir, for accepting our invite. The stage is yours, sir. Over to you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for such a warm introduction. So, good evening, all participants who have joined online for today's session on what are some of the tips and tricks to identify predatory journals. Right. So, I hope my slides are visible and it is moving. Fine, no, ma'am. Is the slides moving?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So today we will quickly discuss on what are some of the tips to identify predatory and cloned journals, because today, with the rapid increase, rapid demand for increase in publication, rapid demand for increase in a rapid publication or fast publication has always paved the way for the predatory journals. So today we will explore some of these dimensions on these predatory journals. So, what we are going to study today, what is a predatory journal, what are the characteristics of a predatory journal, what are some of the tricks or indicators to identify predatory journals. Sometimes you would have found a journal is there in the Scopus database, but after 3 or 4 months they get discontinued. Alright, so what are the factors that influence removal of a journal from an indexing database? With that, we'll conclude today's session. So, what is a predatory journal? So, there are some keywords which are associated in this definition. So predatory journals or predatory publishers, those entities, I would say, they prioritize their self-interest. When I say self-interest, they try to deceive you or cheat you at the expense of your intellectual knowledge, which you produce in the form of a research paper. And no, often they are characterized by false or misleading informations. They do not follow the best editorial and publication practices. They lack transparency and they use aggressive or indiscriminate solicitation practices. The idea is very simple: to cheat you and get make money as much as they can. So that is the idea of a predatory journal. So, what are the characteristics? We can easily derive the characteristics from the previous definition or the meaning that we have discussed. So, first and foremost things, these are the journals which are characterized by false or misleading information, which means they do not provide you factual information or truthful information. They provide all false information and misleading information so that you are attracted and you are ready to publish through that. So that is the first characteristic. The second characteristic, as the name suggests, predatory, they do not follow best editorial or the publication practices. Correct? They deviate from the best editorial practices. They compromise on quality. The intention is to make money, so they are focused more on money aspect. The third one is the lack of transparency. There is no lack of transparency. They do not communicate anything. There is always a fishy intention or an hidden agenda with which these journals work, and you cannot ensure a proper transparency. Then aggressive and indiscriminate solicitation. So they go aggressive, all sort of marketing efforts. No, they take to ensure that you are falling prey for them. They will say from they would have read the worst article from your end, and but they without anything they'll say by reading the article I can understand you are an expert in a particular domain, and please submit your papers to us. So please don't fall prey for such kinds of words, especially the early career researchers. Please ensure that you are not doing the same. All right. So that is very much important. Uh, the next one is the deceiving intention. As I told earlier, the intention is to make money, is to capitalize on your expertise, capitalize on your scholarship because you wanted to publish fast. So they wanted to deceive you, they wanted to cheat you, and no, they will ensure that no, you make money out of it. So they ensure that they take money from you. So that is the next important character. So these are some of the characteristics of a predatory journal. So please be careful on all these things. So what are now we are going to talk about some of the tips or indicators to identify the predatory journals. The first tip which I would suggest you all is that kindly look into the volume number or the issue number with which in the of the journal. Right, you need to look into the year in which the journal was founded. Basically, that would be the volume one, followed by subsequent years, volume two, three, four, five, and so on. So predatory journals probably may not be aware of this. They would either exceed the number or they will fall short in this number. So please keep in mind the year in which the journal was founded, then the frequency of publication. What is the frequency of publication? Is it a monthly journal or a biannual journal or a quarterly journal or an hourly journal? Why this is because the issue number will depend upon the frequency of the publications. So larger the number, say monthly means they can have 12 issues plus two special issues, probably 14. But if it is going to be a biannual, it's going to be only two issues in a year and probably two special issues. So please ensure that you are following this. and you follow your current volume and issue number. One example which I show here, you could see the journal was founded in 2009, and this journal was once was indexed in Scopus. Later on, this was removed. The periodicity or the frequency of this journal, you could find it is just triannual, which means only thrice in a year they publish. But you could see on my left hand side, or sorry, on my right hand side, how many issues they have published. Triannual means only three issues in a year, or probably plus two special issues, which makes it five in a year. But you find here nearly how many? 13 issues already published. So that's an indicator that they will turn out to be a predatory. Yes, they turn out to be predatory, and later on, Scopus delisted or discontinued this journal. All right, so please pay attention to these kinds of indicators. The second one which you have to look out for is to ISSN number. Check out the ISSN number. Most of the predatory journals, they copy the same ISSN number of the original journal. So one way to prevent ourselves from such kinds of practices is that you go to ISSN website, or just go to Google and type verify ISSN. So when you type verify ISSN, it will take you to ISSN portal. In that ISSN portal, type the journal ISSN number, and if you type the journal ISSN number, you will get all the details with regard to the ISSN number of that particular journal. So in that you will find the URL of the journal also. That is, if it's an online journal, you will find the journal URL also. So ensure that no you are the journal URL is the right one. So that is one way. So because why? Because most of the predatory journals, they don't come with the own ISSN number. They usually copy the ISSN number of an original journal. So it's very important that no. Usually, if you put that ISSN number in Scopus, you will find the journal name coming. So you believe that it is a genuine one, but it is not so. So please be careful regarding the same. The third one, look out for the editorial board members. Check out for the editorial board members, what they are. Yeah. So I hope my screen is visible. Sorry, there was, yeah. So we are talking about the editorial board. So look out the expertise of the editorial board members. If the journal is from health sciences, or the journal is from business and management, check out the editorial board members and see, are they really from that particular domain. For example, you cannot have a journal with a journal which belongs to business and management, and the editor is from biology or engineering. Then that is a sign that that is not a good journal. So it's always good to cross verify the editor's profile in the public domain to see whether are they really the genuine ones or not. So cross verify editors detail in the journal website and the indexing site. Verify because most of the time the editors will put it in their CV or in their website or in their profile stating that they are serving as the editor of this particular journal. So please ensure that no, you cross verify the editorial board details as well. The next information which you have is the contact information. Check out the contact information of the journal. What is the address of correspondence or their email address is coming from a professional domain. So please ensure that you are looking into that as well. For example, you could see what you call no the email address like editor dot so and so journal at gmail.com. See, those kinds of Gmail address you and I easily can create. Today also I can easily create editor.businessresearch at gmail.com. I can easily create. So please critically evaluate, is it coming from a professional domain, and check the journal original URL also to see whether are they really coming through that particular thing. Alright, is this the journal one? The next trick which I wanted to tell you all is to check into the medium and the format. Check whether it is a print journal or an online journal or it is both. Because if it is a print journal, naturally they cannot have any what do you say any online way of making the articles available. When you say print, it has to be only the hard copy. So please have a look into that if they are print or online or a both. So if somebody claims to be a print journal and they say I have a website, I am posting my papers over there, then that is not a true or a good practice. All right. So please be careful with regard to the medium and the practice. The next one which you have to look out for is the peer review process. Check the peer review process. Are they single blinded or a double blind or an open end peer review? Because single blind means author does not know the reviewer, but reviewer knows the author. Double blind means both of us do not know each other. As a reviewer, I do not know who has authored the paper, and as the author, they does not know who is the reviewer of the paper. So that is a double blind. So check what kind of blind. So usually double blind seems to be more rigor compared to a single blind. So that is one way of evaluating the quality of the journal. Look out for the time for the first review decision. How much time do they take for communicating the first review decision? That also matters. If somebody says within 1 day I will give you, don't believe in all such things. They are all fake journals. And if somebody says I will publish your article in 10 days or 20 days or within 24 hours or 48 hours, please do not believe in that. All right. So that is the next thing. Then look out for time for revision. How much time do they give for your revision? Usually the review times are usually small in number, but the time for review, first review, are always large in number. So please carefully look into how much time do they give for revisions, and from the revision once you submit, how much time do they take for acceptance. So always have this connectivity between these timelines: time for first review, time for revision, and time for acceptance. So everything put together should be somewhere between 3, 4, 5, 6 months, right? So reviewer details, be non check the reviewer details also. Again, their expertise should match with the scope of the journal. Otherwise, it may not work it out well. The next tip is to check the manuscript handling mechanism. Most of the good reputed journals accept their manuscript only through the editorial manager, right? Accept the manuscript through editorial manager. So you should assign the manuscript number. The manuscript number you can easily track with your online submission. You need not always go back and check what is the status of the article and all such things. So naturally it will happen. So check whether they have a proper manuscript handling mechanism. Communication, look out for, are they using any false name or aliases, or they resembling or trying to copy the premier publishers. Check out that, that is also very much important whenever you talk about the communication aspect. Most of the times you find they do not have they do not give any improper introduction, and no, they will always go with no inappropriate introduction and conclusion. As I told, transparency will be missing. There will be a lot of spelling mistake, grammar mistake. There won't be any proper timely communication. They don't respond to your queries properly also. So all these are indicators of a predatory journal. All right. Next one, look out for journal scope. Right, check out for journal scope, title and content. If they say I am a journal of health sciences, then the scope should also be only health sciences. They should not accept papers from engineering, biology, all such things, and claiming it as health sciences. So have a look into it. Check their author guidelines. Is the author guidelines are genuine one or a copied one? Check whether the author guidelines are clear or unclear. Is there having too much of spelling mistake? Whether the journal title and the scope and the articles they are publishing, all these are matching or not. Otherwise, you should not accept. You should not go and publish in these kinds of journals. Then look out for the registration number. Do they have ISSN number? Do they have a digital object identifier? Do they have any other official number? Right. So that is the next important information which you all have to look out for. So good journals normally have all these kinds of numbers. Predatory do not have. Look out for publication ethical guidelines. Check whether ethical guidelines are provided in the journal. Right? Do they provide ethical guidelines is provided or not? Are they member of any ethical board like Committee on Publication Ethics, scope, what not scope, COP? And what is if this is going to be a science or journals which involves animals? Then organism testing guidelines, statements regarding conflict of interest. What is the degree of plagiarism do they accept? What is the tolerance mechanism with regard to the ethical guidelines? All these things you need to clearly keep in mind. All right. So if these are all good, we can publish. Otherwise, if they do not have any, if they do not have any proper ethical guidelines, there is no statements regarding conflict of interest, they are not member of any of the ethical board, then naturally we should reject the same. Check out their erratum policy. Erratum policy is that after publishing, if you notice any error, are they willing to change? That is erratum policy. So check out that, are they having any ISO number? Are they indexed in Crossref? If they claim impact factor, who's the which agency is giving them the impact factor? Generally, we say no, Clarivate Analytics. Web of Science is the good provider of impact factor agency. Any other impact factors we do not accept. So check out all these quality guidelines. Check out their website visibility. Is the security is encrypted? Is it HTTP or HTTPS? If it is going to be HTTP, there are high chances that hackers can easily hack the journal and publish as much they want. So check whether the website is security encrypted, and if they do they have any frequent connectivity issues, like every time you say you go 404 error not found, all such things, or they are top hit in search engine database. These are some of the things which you can look out. Is it leading to any false link? Or is the link, the website link is functional? Is the website characterized by too much of advertisement? Because good journals, they never they never what to say, they never try to market with the indexing agency. It is the good articles which they publish which will naturally attract good readers for that journal. Right, so please be careful on all these things. Are they using any unauthorized copyright materials or not? So unauthorized use of logos, too much of spelling mistake, there is no terms and conditions on the policy, misleading languages, all these are some of the indicators of a predatory or a cloned journals. How do they invite the author submissions? Is there common call for papers or they reach out to your mail? Is the identity is revealed or not? So please pay attention to all these things. Next one is the publication fees. Is the publication fees paid? Is there any hidden fees? There is no harm in publication fees, but do they provide proper explanation for charging the publication fees? Is there any retractation charges? Is there any separate submission and publication charges? So check out the abstract and indexing. Are they abstracting? Are they is they abstract only deposited or the full text deposited? What is the policy with regard to digital preservation? These are some of the areas that we need to keep in mind. Then published papers, evaluate, cross-verify the published papers and see whether the publication, the already published paper has serial editorial errors, serious publication or serious plagiarism issues. Then in that case, please don't go for the journal. They are basically the predatory one. Because they don't care. They just seem to get your paper, add some headers and they pay the money. All right, so that is predatory publishers. So please be careful. So the last trick, check out is there any theft of copyrighted material. You know, in the logo you see, it should have obtained prior permission. But without prior permission, they are copywriting using the logos of Scopus, Web of Science, and all such things. They are all the predatory publishers. So please keep in mind all these 18 tricks while going for a while evaluating your journals. So we are coming to the last part of the presentation. What are some of the factors that could indicate removal of the journal? So sometimes you find journals which are indexed in Scopus but later on delisted. This is because of these things. You would see a rapid number of documents in the number of papers which is being published. You can look at the screenshot here. This is one of the journal which was delisted from Scopus. You should see all the years it was just only between 21, 6, 4, 10, but in 2021 all of a sudden almost 3,182 documents. So definitely it will get captured by Scopus some way or the other in the long run and they will delist. So again one, they override the scope of the journal. Right, for example, the screenshot which you are seeing is an health science journal, but you see they do not, they are publishing inventory management paper, yoga practices paper, digital data analytics paper. So these kinds of journals will naturally get delisted from any database, not only Scopus, even the UTC can. Right. So with that, I would like to conclude the presentation. Thank you so much for your patience listening. If you have any questions, you can ask. Thanks a lot. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Your prowess and insights are truly illuminating. Gratitude can perform common days into Thanksgiving, turn routine jobs into joy, and change ordinary opportunities into blessing. I request Pratiksha ma'am to propose the vote of thanks.
Good evening to one and all present here. As we mark to the end of today's session, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to Dr. Gautam, Assistant Sir, Assistant Professor, Department of Commerce, Christ University, Bangalore. Your presence in this enlightening occasion and your perception was truly valuable. I extend my cordial gratitude to our program coordinator, Dr. V. Deepa ma'am, for instigating this conclave. I thank our HOD, Dr. Chitra Srinivasan ma'am, VP Admin and Academic Sir, and our Dean Sir for their support in organizing this interesting 3 weeks research methodology course. And I finally thank all research scholars and for faculties for with their involvement. This session is a grand success. Once again, I thank you all for your presence and your dedication today. Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you all.
We are at the end of the session. The Department of Accounting and Finance at SRM Ramapuram once again reaffirms its commitment to nurturing a robust research culture that aligns with global standards. I thank everyone who has participated for their time and dedication in attending this conference. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, we will leave the studio. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Thank you, ma. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.